Hey friends, there is no script for this. I literally just got home from work and ate some popcorn and came into the library and sat down and hit record because I am having surgery in 3 days. And for all of you that immediately just thought, oh no, does M have cancer again? No, I do not have cancer again. This is not cancer related. But it is related to me striving to access a less painful experience in my life. I've had really debilitating endometriosis my whole life. I remember like crying in my bed as a high schooler in the middle of the night because my period cramps were so bad, and that has been consistent every month of my life for, gosh, I don't know, 28 years now? Wait, math. No, that's not the right math. 18 years. Is that the right math? I'm not going to take the time to do the right math. A long time. And basically, my pain it was managed well with pain meds for a while, but now my pain is no longer managed with pain meds at the highest doses that I can safely take when I'm on my period. And that leads to having to try to function for at least 2 days of every month of my life in really debilitating pain that makes it hard to stand up and hard to communicate and hard to go about daily life activities. And those of you who have seen me in this state know how intense it is. And I've been delaying having surgery for a few years because I've been like, well, I've been existing in this amount of pain for this long. What's another month? Like, what's another 2 days? But then a couple of months ago, I forgot to set my pain med alarm in the middle of the night, which I have to do because if I miss a pain med dose in the middle of the night, then I can't catch back up and my pain is like excruciating. But I was supposed to set my alarm for 1 a.m., but I did the math wrong and I accidentally set my alarm for 3 a.m. And at 2 a.m., my body woke me up in like the worst pain I've experienced yet on my period. And I like had to wake Peter up and was like, do I need to go to the ER? Like, am I dying? Is this literally just period related, like endometriosis pain? Or is there something else going on? And turned out it's like just my endometriosis pain, just like I had to force myself to breathe. It was so, anyway, there's no use of going into all the details, but that was the day. In the middle of that experience, I did the math for like how many days I would be in that level of pain for the rest of my life. Like, say I have a period for the next 20 years. If I have like at least 48 hours of that level of pain every month, like how many days of my life will I be spending in like that level of pain? And the math ended up being like well over 365 days of my life. And I was like, that's a whole year of my life. Like, that's a long time to still live at this level. Like, I should probably cave and look into my options for surgery management. So that's happening in 3 days. As many of you know, healthcare in this country is pretty wild, and the surgery is going to cost like roughly $10,000 for us, for Peter and I, to pay, even with pretty good health insurance, which to some of you is reasonable and not that much money. And to others of you, you know that that's like 20% of our household income for an entire year on one operation. And I am currently in grad school right now and have not been able to. There are some choices that I've made that have led to me not getting paid as much as I normally, like, I'm not working for pay at a normal level compared to how I have in the past right now. Some of that is by choice, and some of that is due to like being in grad school and doing a lot of really important community work for free. So anyway, $10,000 for us right now is a lot, and I am doing the vulnerable thing of just being like, hey, if it feels within your offering and within your level of resourcefulness to send a few bucks, even if it's literally like $1, or even if it's nothing, even if it's just a text like, hey, I'm thinking about you, sending you love and vibes and prayers or whatever works for you as I go into surgery. That is welcome. So many of you got us through the medical expenses that we had to face when I had cancer in 2021. Some of that is maybe news to, maybe me having cancer to some of you is news to you. But Peter and I, in only 4 short years of being married, have navigated some pretty intense medical expenses between me having cancer in 2021 and now this surgery to try to get my body into a state that is less painful in my life. So this one is not to save my life. I'm not going to die if I don't get this operation. It's not emergent. I have been living with this pain for years and could continue. It will continue to get worse, but like I'm not proposing this as some sob story. Like I'm trying to be as open and honest about what it is as possible. And I honestly don't have the capacity to think about making this an official GoFundMe. So maybe Venmo is the way that we go, and I'll just include my Venmo if you feel open to donating to this cause in any sort of way, financially. And like, please know that there is no expectation. Like, we will pay this off eventually, and like, we're still going to be able to pay our bills. I think with like the way that payment plans and whatnot can work. But like, it is a lot of money, and we do have the ability to ask for help. And I know that I do have some people in my family and in my community who are resourced and would be, like, probably don't even know that this is happening because I haven't really been telling people that this is even happening until this past week. So here is you being included, and if nothing else, knowing that I'm having a medical operation that's bigger than, I don't know, just going to the doctor for having a cold. And my brain is tired. I don't even know where that thought was going. But anyway, there's my spiel. If you would like to support me in other ways that are not financially, I don't have clarity of what that looks like right now beyond reaching out to me. You can comment on this and just tell me that you love me and you're thinking about me. But for those of you who are feeling called to throw some money towards cutting out some tissue out of my body that should not be there and that's been causing a lot of problems for way too freaking long, I will accept it and I will feel so grateful. And yeah, community is the way that I think we move forward in the world as it is. Many of us have seen that the systems in place don't always do the work, don't always do the job at the level that we need them to. And those of you who know my heart know that, yeah, I believe in this work, and I believe in the ways that we can hold each other up. And part of that is us communicating needs when we have them. And I'm getting a little teary. So here's me being vulnerable and communicating a need. And maybe you can fill it in this way, and maybe you can fill it in a different way. And that's all welcome and good. So here is me live from my library on this sleepy Friday night as I try to start pivoting away from work mode and getting prepared for another big medical experience. Yeah, tending to my body. I'm trying to be kind and gentle with myself because this naturally brings up a lot of stuff from my cancer experience for both Peter and I, and we're doing what we can. Thank you. Much love.